Okay. Okay. So good morning once again. This morning we will discuss about weather. Okay. So last time we discussed about education. Do you still remember?
Yeah.
Yes. So this morning we will discuss about weather. Okay. So here we have 10 difficult words. We will learn new English words from this topic. Yeah, this morning. Now we have here freezing cold. Can you read? Freezing cold means very cold. Do you experience this weather in Vietnam? Very cold?
Uh, I think in my country we don't rarely we face with a freezing cold.
Hmm, okay. Please read the example.
I wanted to go ice skating on the New Year day, but it was freezing cold, and I decided to stay at home.
Okay. I wanted to go ice skating on the New Year day, but it was freezing cold or very cold. So when you want to say that the weather in that place is very cold, then you can use this freezing cold. Okay, that's another word. Next, gloomy. Okay, please read. Please read what is gloomy and the examples.
The weather with dark clouds and dew light. Personally, I don't like roomy weather. It makes me feel distressed.
Okay. Gloomy weather. Okay, usually when there is rainy, when the weather is bad. Now, when do we say that the weather is bad? When there is typhoon, right?
Yeah.
Yes. When there is typhoon, okay, we can say, oh, the weather is bad today or this week. I cannot go all of my transactions because the weather is bad. Meaning to say, when we say that the weather is bad, meaning to say there is a typhoon. Yes, experience in your place. Uh, so that is gloomy. Or we can say when the weather is bad, when there is a heavy typhoon or heavy rain in your place, then you would say that the weather is gloomy. That means the weather is not good. Okay. Personally, I don't like gloomy weather. It makes me feel depressed. Number three, please read the third word and its example.
The result, right? The result,
Okay, drizzle.
the result. A light
Yes.
rain that falls in a very small drops.
Okay.
Result.
It often drizzles in the morning. Now, yes, usual sometimes in the morning when the weather is when it is rainy days. So drizzle, this is a light rainfall. It's very light, not heavy. Just a little drops, a light drops. That is called drizzle. It often drizzles in the morning. All right, please read number four and its example.
Downpour, a heavy fall of rain.
Okay, please read the example.
Uh, water downpour. We are drenched to
To
skin.
skin. Okay, downpour. Okay, if drizzle is a light rainfall, it's just light. Now the opposite of drizzle is downpour, a heavy
Yeah.
fall of the rain. Okay, when we say it drench, it really has a force and impact to our skin. uh, Number five.
Heavy snow when a lot of snow falls.
Okay, heavy snow when a lot of snow falls. Children went to the school in spite of the heavy snow. 7.
Breeze, a nice gentle wind.
Yes, breeze is a nice gentle wind. When can we usually feel the breeze? When can we usually feel the nice gentle wind? What time of the day we can
Um,
feel this nice gentle wind? And where are we? Where is the best place
maybe,
that we can
yeah,
feel the breeze?
maybe in the morning.
Yes. And early in the evening.
Yeah.
Yes, especially when you are in a mountain, in a top of a mountain, early in the morning and early evening when you are in the mountain, and when you are in the ocean. When you are in the ocean, when you are in the mountain at early in the morning, at early in the evening, then you can feel this nice gentle wind, cold breeze. I do. Okay, please read the example.
I don't usually like windy weather, but a light breeze from the ocean makes me happy.
Okay. I don't like windy weather, but a light breeze from the ocean makes me happy. Number 8.
Sunshine, the heat, and light from the sun.
Okay. When there is no rain, of course, we can see the light of the sun. Okay, the brightness of the sun. Early in the morning, we can see the sunrise. But when there is rain, we cannot see the sunrise. Okay, please read the example.
I love summertime because of the long days and bright sunshine.
Yes, I love summertime because of the long days and bright sunshine. Number 9.
Uh, Forecast, a prediction of how the weather will change.
Yes, forecast means it is a prediction of the weather, of how the weather will change. So there are this group of people who are studying the weather, okay, the future weather. So that is why uh, we can see in the news, we can read in the news that, yeah, tomorrow is going to have a light rain. Okay, so it's because of the weather forecaster. They are the person. If I am a teacher, if you are a businessman, we also have another set of people who are weather forecasters. So that's their job. So day by day, they are going to predict what would be like the weather today or tomorrow. Okay, please read the example.
Although the forecast uh, predicted
Predicted
a mild winter,
winter.
January was freezing cold.
Okay. Although the forecast predicted a mild winter, that January was freezing cold. Okay. Sometimes also their prediction won't always go, yeah, it's not correct. So their predictions will not always go right because they are just humans. Okay, so they predicted that then January will be mild winter, but it was freezing cold. It was very cold. 10. Please read number 10.
The wind chill factor, when the wind makes the air feel colder than the real temperature.
Okay, please read the example.
In my hometown, it's very windy in the winter, and though the temperature rarely goes below zero, with wind chill um, factor, it feels like minus 10.
Wind chill factor, okay? This is when the wind makes air feel colder than the real temperature. Yes, there is this time of the day or month of the year that we can feel this wind chill factor, that that the day is cooler than the normal temperature. So that is what we called wind chill factor. In my hometown, it's very windy in the winter. And though the temperature rarely goes below zero, with wind chill factor, it feels like -10. Oh, it's quite cold. Now let's have the okay. We have okay freezing cold, gloomy, drizzle, downpour, heavy snow, snowstorm, breeze, sunshine, forecast, and we have the wind chill factor. These are the words that we can learn from our topic this morning, weather. All right, now let's go to the part 1. Now your first question about weather is, now what's the weather in your country? Not happened. Okay. Now part 1. What's the weather in your country?
At the moment in my country, the weather is changing from the summer to fall. Yeah, so I
Okay.
can say the weather is the end of summer and the first of fall.
Okay, okay. Does the weather affect your mood? Does the weather affect your mood?
Yes, sometimes when the temperature really high, I feel really tired and don't want to do anything. But sometimes I can feel the wind of the fall. So it's make me feel cold in the afternoon, and at that time I feel really miss the winter. Yeah.
Okay. Do you like rainy days?
I really hate rainy day uh, because um, almost a rainy day really boring, and I can't do like I can't go out, or I can't do the I can't complete my plan. Yeah.
Mm-mm. What is your favorite season?
I think I like the spring. Yeah.
Why?
The temperature really low. It's not hot and not cold. And every time in the day, I feel um, breeze. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Mm. Do you like winters?
Um, Actually, in my country, the winter not cold as some other
Ah,
country. Yeah.
okay.
But I think sometimes many people really like winter because
Mm-mm.
of the uh, they have many memorized with the winter, but in my opinion, I don't like the winter because the weather really gloomy. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Okay. Next, let's go to part two. Okay, here, describe your favorite weather. You should say what the weather is like, why do you like it, and where you can experience such weather conditions. Just tell me when you are ready. When you are ready, just give your answer. But if you are not yet, continue searching for your thoughts.
Yes, I think I really like the day with the weather really with the breeze
Okay.
and the temperature not high.
Mm-mm.
So almost the time I really like spring
Okay.
because temperature really suitable for every active and especially the bright really likely. You can feel the breeze, sunshine,
Mm-mm.
yeah. And in my country, because I'm living in the north of Vietnam, so we have four seasons in the year,
Mm-mm.
and almost the time mm, I really like a spring in the north of Vietnam. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So let's go to part three. Do you think pollution, okay, part three, does air pollution affect the weather? Does air pollution affect the weather?
Um, in my case, I think the air pollution affected a lot in the weather. For example, uh, when I come back my countryside, I can feel the air really fresh. But when I living in the city, sometimes I go nearby the area industry. I can feel there the smell really hot in the air and the air not fresh because the air polluted by many company uh, when they belching many smoke on the air. So that's why I believe uh, air pollution affected uh, in the weather. Yeah.
Do you think that the weather affects people's behavior? Do you think that the weather affects people's behavior?
Of course, I always believe that. For example, many people feel uh, really down, smooth when they live in the fall or winter season. Uh, but in the spring, when the weather really bright and comfortable for active, so I can see the people really active too. That's why I believe the weather affected our behavior a lot.
Okay. In your case, do you really believe that the weather affects your behavior and your productivity? Meaning to say, productive means when you are productive means you are able to do a lot of tasks today. Do you believe that the weather affects your behavior and your being productive?
Yes, I believe that. For example, in the winter, when the bright really low, the temperature really also really low, and every time I feel really cold, and I don't want to do anything. I just want to stay at home and keep our body warm all the
Mm,
time. So at that time, uh, I feel everything really running really fast, really
mm-mm,
slow,
mm-mm,
and um, I don't have a thing for active. But in the winter or summer, when the price really high and people really want to travel, at that time we feel everything so really lightly. That's why I always think the weather affected a lot on our behavior. And when we feel not good and smooth really down, we don't want to do active. That's why our activity or effective really uh, reduce a lot and depend on the weather. I think so.
Okay. Congratulations. We are done now with part one, two, and three. Congratulations for being able to express your thoughts and your ideas into words. Okay. Here are some of just two observations. Okay, for part two, you have said a while ago, the sentence that you like, okay, you like what you are productive when the temperature is not high. When when the temperature from part two, temperature is not high. It should be it should be not high. That one. You said that you are productive. Okay, this is about the question when I asked you, does the weather affect your mood? Okay, this was the question. Does the weather affect your mood? And then this was your answer. You are productive when the temperature is not high. It should be is not high. I am productive when the temperature is not high. Not high. Okay. But yeah. Height is, what is this? A noun. But when you use it in a sentence, not high, So it is now a description. It is not a description. Just like when I say, this one is the highest. Example, this one is the highest, but this one is not high. Okay, this one is not high. Okay, this is
Yeah.
the highest. Okay, so when the temperature is not high, not highest. Okay, for part three, just one. Okay, that is just one observation from part one. The weather affected a lot of our behavior. Okay, you said this also. The weather. Oh, the weather affected a lot our behavior. It should be weather. Okay? The weather affected a lot behavior. Behavior, that one. That one. You said this sentence. The weather affected a lot our behavior. Okay? But you should say, the weather affected a lot our behavior. Okay. Do you see that sentence?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, yeah, for the many questions I have asked you this morning, yeah, from part one, two, and three, I just have to, yeah, corrections for you this morning. Congratulations. So that means for the rest of the questions, you said all the sentences correctly and you express yourself very well. I was able to understand all your thoughts while I was listening to your answers in every questions. Okay, congratulations for that. Okay, this time let's read the sample answers. Now, what's the weather in your country?
The weather in my country is pretty nice. We have a mild climate, so it's never boiling hot in the summer or freezing cold in the winter.
Okay. So they have mild weather. Mild is average, not too high, not too low. Okay, it's average. Now, they never experience when we say boiling hot, it's very hot. When when you want to describe the weather as very hot, then you can use this words boiling hot. Oh, the weather now is very hot or it's boiling hot. Okay. So it's never boiling hot in the summer and it's never freezing cold in the winter. So they never experience extreme, but they are experiencing mild or in the middle, just in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, does the weather affect your mood?
Yes, cold, gloomy days put me in a bad mood. I love summertime when it's warm and sunny.
Okay. Yes. Cold, gloomy days put me in a bad mood. Okay, that's what he experienced. He doesn't have a good mood when the weather is gloomy, when the weather is bad. Okay. What he loves is the summertime when it is warm and sunny. Next, do you like rainy days?
Yes, absolutely. I like when it rains. I love all the freshness around the cold breeze after a heavy rain. It's wonderful.
Okay. Now look at the sample answers. They are using vocabulary, right?
Yeah.
The
Rain.
underline, yeah, the underline words here are called vocabulary. And in English conversations, it's always good when you are using vocabulary. Okay? So that is why in this lesson, I always make sure to introduce you first the vocabulary so that you can use them in your answer because as what I have said to you, in English conversation, it's always best to use vocabulary. Okay, because it will help the person you are talking to easily understand. What's your point? Okay, so here he is using freezing cold, boiling hot, mild climate. And in the second example, gloomy days. Gloomy days means bad days or bad weather. Here, why he likes rainy days? Because he loves the cool breeze. Breeze means nice wind after heavy rain. Heavy rain means heavy. There is a heavy rain. It's raining so hard. Okay. What is your favorite season?
Well, I think it's a spring. The weather is very pleasant and it's nice to see everything come back to life and uh,
Blossom.
blossom.
Blossom, yes. During spring, during spring, we can see that the environment, the plants environment, even in the grass are coming back to life and blossom because during summer days when the heat of the sun is yeah, is very hot, some of the grasses died, right? Do you see that one?
Yeah.
Okay, during summertime, when the grasses, when the plants around in the environment cannot survive with the intense hot, yes, they die. But during spring, when the weather is cold already, when there is light rain, then we can also start seeing the environment or the green environment where the plants, even the grasses, starting to come back to life and blossom. Okay, that is why during spring, you can see the green scenery in the environment. Okay. Next, do you like winters?
No, not really. For me, winter is the most depressing season because where I live is freezing cold in the winter.
Okay.
Moreover, the days are short and you can't do a lot of outdoor activities.
Yes. So he doesn't like winter because winter in his place, yeah, is a freezing cold. Freezing cold. When it is freezing cold, you can no longer enjoy the coldness of the environment. Okay? So of course, we do not also enjoy the very hot temperature. But when you are also in a freezing cold temperature still, you don't enjoy because it's very cold. You cannot also do things because you will keep yourself getting warm because it's very, very cold. So that is why, yeah, he doesn't like winters. And yes, part two. Describe your favorite weather. You should say what the weather is like, why do you like it, and where you can experience such weather conditions. Okay, please read.
Uh, this may sound strange, but my favorite weather is when it's cloudy, windy, and drizzling, as it makes me feel calm and relaxed. I like such weather, especially at night, because I can hear the little raindrops falling and see the dew on the window, and it helps me to sleep. It's very pleasant. Also, I love foggy
Foggy.
weather. Foggy weather. It's very romantic and gives me a shot of feeling like I'm in an old black and white movie. However, I don't like heavy rains and downpours, and I hate when temperature goes below zero. It's too cold for me. Probably the type of weather I like is common for the United Kingdom, but in my hometown, such type of weather is very uh, rare. Usually, we have a dry and sunny days with occasion spells of rainy weather. Spell rainy weather. Spell rainy weather.
Okay. So he is using now, look at his answers. He is using now vocabulary or new words. Now, it may sound strange, but my favorite weather is when it is cloudy, windy, and drizzling, as it makes me feel calm and relaxed. So he likes cloudy, windy, and drizzling, okay? Because he thinks that it makes him feel relaxed. I like such weather, especially at night, because I can hear the little raindrops falling and see the dew on the window, and it helps me to sleep. Okay. He explained that it is very pleasant. Also, I love foggy weather. Foggy weather when there is something, okay, when there is something that hinders us to see the clear sky. There are fogs. There are fogs occupying the sky. So I love foggy weather because it is very romantic and gives me a sort of feeling like I'm in a old black and white movie. Because you cannot see clearly. Okay, yeah, this time I keep on looking outside my house because we have now a very bright weather. The sun is shining very much. So I see in my doors the very promising sky, the very clear sky, and also the green environment with a lot of animals. Okay, that is why I keep on looking at our ground, our environment. The weather today is very good and the sun is shining very well. But this person likes, so I can see clearly the clouds. Okay, the clouds is very clear. But when there is a foggy weather, okay, that means I cannot see the clouds clearly. But the person in this answer says that he loves foggy weather because for him it is very romantic and it gives him a sort of feeling that he is in an old black and white movie. Before the many improvements in technology, what we can see in the television are only black and white color movies, right? Have you experienced that one? Have you experienced looking white and black only colors in the television long before?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I when we will think back of it, we can say, oh, those movies that I have seen in before in black and white are boring because the movies that we can see in the television nowadays are very colorful, right? Are
Yes.
very colorful. But in the old days, what you can see the colors in the movie are only black and white. You cannot see any color. Okay, however, I don't like heavy rains and downpours. Downpours means, yeah, the very heavy fall of the rain that it somewhat light hurts your skin. He doesn't like that. And I hate when the temperature goes below zero. It's too cold for me. Probably the type of weather I like is common for the United Kingdom. But in my in my opinion, in such weather is rare. Usually we have dry and sunny days with occasion spells of the rainy weather. Okay. Next, does air pollution affect the weather?
Yes, it does. It affects the overall temperature of the world, making the weather warmer. Also, it often causes smoke and gloomy weather.
Okay. Do you think that the weather affects people's behavior?
Yes, I think that people respond to bad weather. In my opinion, during cold and 2 days, people are more distressed and irritated than usual, while bright sunshine and warmth makes us feel good.
Okay. Oh. Oh, do you have questions with our topic this morning?
No,
Do you understand the topic?
yes, I think I knew more words today.
Okay, so you have new words. Or you can take, do you want to take a screenshot with the vocabulary? You can take
Yeah.
pictures. You know, during our class, if you find it hard to uh to review our recorded lesson, you can take captures. You can take screenshots in your computer to our topic so that you can easily scan. If you like, you can take pictures of the vocabulary. Okay, that one. Okay. Or if, yeah. Do you want me to send the copy of the lessons?
Mm, no, I don't. I don't need because we also recording after our class, so I can
Okay.
watch again. Yeah,
Okay. All right. So since we are done with our first topic this morning, then we will proceed to the second topic. And this
yeah.
is the environment. Now, before we will talk a lot, okay, in this topic, can you tell me what do you want to tell when you see the word environment? What do you want to tell me? As if, as if I am a kid, I am a little kid and I don't know anything about environment. What do you want to tell me about environment?
Mm, I can catch up the idea.
Ah, if you are a teach, if you are a parent, yes, you are a parent.
Yeah,
How will you let your daughter, 8-year-old daughter, understand a little about environment?
yeah. In my case, when my daughter asked me about the environment, uh, I can try to teach her about the thing we live in there, like the river, the air,
Mm,
the trees, even though everything surrounded uh, her
us.
all day, like people, traffic, um, uh, or sometimes that's animal. Yeah,
Yes.
many things surrounding
What
our
about
life.
plants? Are they included?
Plant,
Plants.
uh, I think plant and environment that's in the same. Yeah,
Okay, yes. Okay, when you say environment, you can see this green scenery. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for letting your kid, your daughter, have an idea what does it mean, the word environment, I guess. And you are right. You are correct. Okay, so we have here 10 new words. Okay, the first one is air quality. Please read.
uh, The cleanliness of the air we breathe.
Yes, air quality, the cleanliness of the air we breathe. Okay. Next example.
Due to opening of a new factory nearby, the air quality here went down.
Yes. Due to the opening of a new factory nearby, the air quality here went down. Okay. So, as what you have said, when you go to your hometown, you can feel uh the coldness, or you can feel the breeze, right? When you go to your hometown, you can feel the breeze and enjoy. But when you go back to your place in the north of Vietnam, there is a difference of the weather, yeah, right? That is because of the opening of new factories
Yeah.
nearby. Okay, it affects the coldness of the weather. Of course, when you go to the hometown where there are a lot of trees, where there are a lot of plants, you will not
Oh,
suffer a problem about the extreme heat of the sun. Only what you can feel is the cold breeze, the very nice weather, wind. But when you stay in the big cities, there you cannot feel the breeze of the wind. You can feel the hotness of the sun due to the many tall buildings. Okay, you can see the many tall buildings and the many new factories you can see around. Okay, next, biodiversity. Please read what is it and please read the examples. The example.
a diversity in nature among plants and animals. Nowadays, we suffer the loss of biodiversity.
Okay. When we say diversity, meaning to say differences. Do you understand that one? Differences. Yes.
Yes.
When we say cultural diversity, Vietnamese people and Filipino people have cultural diversity, meaning to say we have different cultures. Okay? We don't follow the same cultures. There are some cultures that we share something in common, but not all. Not all. So diversity means differences. Now, biodiversity, this is a diversity. Now, in the environment we are living, there are differences in nature among plants and animals. When you see around you, there are many kinds of animals. There are many kinds of plants. And of course, there are many kinds of people, right? Even in Vietnam, there are foreigners living your place. So that's an example of differences. In the Philippines, not only Filipinos are living in our country. We can see Japan, we can see light of Japanese people, we can see Chinese, we can see some of the foreigners, like for example, from the US, from New Zealand, those foreigners who married to Filipino women. So, yeah, in a certain country, you can see diversity. Okay, but nowadays, since we are talking, yeah, but this morning, since we are talking to the environment, nowadays we suffer the loss of biodiversity because, okay, we cannot see some of the animals these days, like just like the dinosaurs and other, and even the eagles. The eagles, the bird eagle nowadays are not very common. They are very few in number, very little in number. Okay, so the diversity now is being challenged. There are some animals who are not existing already. Next, number three. Please read number three.
Endangered species, a category of animals or plants that that might become extinct.
Okay.
Extinct. Yeah.
Endangered species, a category of animals or plants. Plants, that's plants, that might become extinct. White rhinos are endangered species. There are only five white rhinos left around the world. Imagine, around the world. Okay, it's very big, but there are only five left in the world. So, yeah, that is why the diversity nowadays is being challenged. There are many kinds of animals before. In the old days, when the environment was healthy, was still healthy, when the people are still loving to the environment. These days, you know what? The hectares of land covered by plants nowadays are turned into buildings, are turned into factories. And when that place is a forest, when that place has a lot of trees, that means also there are a lot of animals occupying that place. But the moment that place is being transformed into buildings, into factories, the plants and the animals are living there, yes, are all gone. And that affects to what we call diversity. The number of animals nowadays are decreasing. Even the kinds of animals because of the industrialization. Okay? So just like my place, the original, yeah, yeah, where I live now, where I build my house, the original, yeah, this is really a rice field. Okay? So the original, yeah, the purpose, yeah, in my place where I am living now, before it was a big rice field. But since the owner are now selling this land to the occupants, it is now being converted into residential. So the rice fields are now gone and being transformed, replaced into residential houses. So this is an example of the challenge of the environment. Four, environmentally friendly, please read. And also the example.
Environmentally friendly products that do not harm the environment. I try to use only environmentally friendly goods in the order to preserve the nature.
Okay. So, yes, in the Philippines, we are trying to, yeah, we are using the environmentally friendly uh, things. Just like when we go to the grocery store, we will buy an eco bag, okay? And we will also use the recyclable or the paper bags, okay? We are uh, limiting the number of use of the plastics. So that is an example of environmental friendly acts. Now, I try to use only environmentally friendly goods in order to preserve the nature. Yeah. Yes, number five. Please read number five. Five.
Um, Fossil fuel
Yes.
energy resources like gas and oil.
Yes.
Gas
We need.
is one of the most well-known fossil fuel.
Yes. Yes. Everyone in the country. Yes. We are using this gas and oil, and they are examples of fossil fuels. Next, number six.
Global warming, an increasing in temperature all over the world as a result of greenhouse effect.
Effect. Global warming. We are now experiencing global warming. You know what? Okay, we are becoming rich nowadays because when you visit to big cities, you can see tall buildings, very tall buildings, where
Yeah.
establishments are being enjoyed with the businessman. But you know what? That is the major cause of global warming. Okay, the not convenient temperature that we are experiencing nowadays is the effect of the industrialization. Okay, please read. Okay, please read the example here.
Global warming is a very serious problem that our society is dealing with.
Yes. Do you believe this sentence?
Of course, every time, yeah.
Yes. Global warming is very serious problem that our society is dealing with. Have you observed that 9 a.m. during summer, 9 a.m. or 10 a.m., the heat of the sun is very high already. You don't want you don't want to go outside in that hour, 9 to 10 or 10 o'clock in the morning is very hot already. But in the old days, that hour of the day is still cool. But nowadays, it's very hot already. Now, greenhouse effect, please read.
Heating of the atmosphere to carbon uh, dioxide and other gases.
Okay. Greenhouse effect, heating of the atmosphere due to the carbon dioxide and other gases. Greenhouse effect causes global warming. Number 8.
Natural disaster, an event like an earthquake, hurricanes, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Natural disasters, they are called the event that, yeah, we cannot control. Okay, it happens, yeah, naturally, and no one knows when it strikes. Like earthquake, hurricane, typhoon, flood, yeah, and on. What are natural disaster do you experience in Vietnam?
Um, in my country, the middle of Vietnam faced with many natural disasters like sometimes earthquake, but it's not heavy. And especially the middle of Vietnam always faced with the I don't know this word, maybe flood.
Flood. Okay,
Yeah,
flood. Yes, one of my Vietnamese students also shared to me that she experienced a very heavy flood before.
yeah.
Yeah, but in the example here, I experienced a natural disaster in the form of earthquake last year. Number 9, please read number 9.
Toxic waste, poisonous rubbish products by industrial processes.
Yes, toxic waste, poisonous rubbish are produced by industrial processes. Yes, yes, when you are living near in the factory, you will experience this toxic waste. Number 10, please read number 10.
To get back to nature, live the life that's closer to nature.
Yes, to get back to nature. To live life that is closer to nature. My friend decided to leave his boring job and move to the countryside to get back to nature. Yes, when you are living in the countryside, you are living back close to nature because what you can see every day are the green environment, the rice fields, the trees, the fruits, as well as the animals. But when you are living in the city, what you can always see every day are the heavy traffic jams, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, every day, every morning, every evening when you go out to go to the market, to the shopping center, what you can always see is the heavy traffic on the streets. What you always see is the people who are always in a hurry, catching up their time, their schedules of the day. Okay, it's very, it's not. relaxing to see. It's not relaxing to see when you see a lot of people from young or old, from male or female, are always in a hurry getting, what is that? A vehicle in order for them to go to their work on time. But when you are in the countryside, everything is peaceful. Yes, you will see the green scenery and everything is peaceful. So that is an example of to get back to nature. Okay, so we are done with the 10 vocabulary for our next topic. We have air quality, biodiversity, endangered species, environmentally friendly, fossil fuels, global warming, greenhouse effect, natural disaster, toxic waste, and to get back to nature. Now, next, do you have questions about the vocabulary?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay, so, okay, on Saturday, we will continue to discuss this topic. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you so much and have a great day ahead. See you on Saturday. Goodbye.
yeah, goodbye.